Jag heter Rune Jon. Här i Leksand har
Here in
familjen
Leksand, my family has baked crispbread for 6 generations. It started with my paternal grandmother's maternal grandmother, Karin, who was born here at Jakobsgården in 1817. In this oven, she baked crispbread using exactly the same recipe that we use today. Rye grown locally, water from our own spring, a little yeast, and a pinch of salt. This happened a long time ago. We don't have a photo of her because the camera had not yet been invented. And it would be another 50 years before the first electric light bulb lit up far away in America. Jakobsgården's daughter continued her mother's work with crispbread. In the second half of the 1800s, with a new rolling pin, she gave the crispbread a check pattern that is still popular today. Here we see her in front of Jakobsgården. This photo was taken on her 80th birthday. Standing above her and to one side is her daughter Anna. She was my paternal grandmother, and here is her husband, my paternal grandfather, Jon Ulle. My grandmother was not only an appreciated baker, she was also an excellent salesperson. The bakery business grew rapidly. My grandfather was an inventive man. He built a dough mixer from car parts. In 1929, they opened a new bakery called Jon Ulle Olssons Spisbradsbageri. But on the 9th of May 1942, my grandfather and grandmother's bakery was destroyed by fire. My father, Martin, built a new bakery here in the village of Haradsbygden, close to the town of Leksand, and the bakery is still here today. Almost 40 years later, it was my turn to take over. And 9 years ago, I gave responsibility for the bakery to my children, Peter and Annika. Over the years, new variants of crispbread have appeared. To Jakobsgården's basic recipe, we have added the check pattern, bread triangles, sourdough, Christmas crispbread, and a complete new series of thin crispbread, just to mention a few. And now the bread is starting to be used for crispbread pizzas. We have always been here. We no longer use the little oven that my grandmother's grandmother started with. It would be impossible. But apart from that, the recipe is still exactly the same. Rye grown locally, water from our own spring, yeast, and a pinch of salt. You just don't change a good recipe.